Hello, thanks for joining me for another beer review. Just doing a bit of a bottle share, but got a bit of time on my own, so I thought I'd do a quick review. Local brewery, the Northdown Brewery. These guys are out of Margate in Kent, and this is Pale Ale Mary, an English Pale Ale coming in at 4% ABV. And yeah, as you can see, I've already cracked the bottle open and we're sharing it. So here's what I've got left in the glass. It's kind of like it's more of a kind of a yeasty pale ale, but it's an English style pale ale. It's brewed with, just go to the notes on the back, an English pale ale style using Northdown, East Kent Goldings, Steering Goldings and Beck. A subtle ale with a citrus aroma that is gentle on the palate, just like Mary, whatever that is all about. It's got a year's shelf life, so January of 2019, reviewing this at the moment. And yeah, if there's any other information about the brewery, I'll put it down below. I'm pretty sure they're on Instagram at least. So anyway, so beer in a glass, give it a little bit more of a swirl, and a sniff. It's kind of like a light citrus, but then also you can tell it's that kind of classic kind of British hop variety type beer. A little bit earthy. There is a little bit of kind of spice going on in there, maybe a bit of white pepper. It's fruity, but it's subdued, if that makes sense, which is normal for the style, or the style of hops that they're using, of course. Yeah, let's give it a taste. Cheers. It's actually quite fruity. Actually, it's got that. There is that earthiness. You can't get away from it. It's that kind of like a dirty kind of fruit, if you know what I mean. It's dirty, fruity little number. It's got that earthiness, but then it's also got a slight sweetness, like apple core. What generally runs through a lot of these kind of British style pale ales, IPAs. Obviously IPAs is a bit more heavier. This is very subtle, being a pale ale. It's got more of a sorry, I've just noticed that, I've got to show you that. Pretty good artwork. It's got more of a subtle kind of feel to it, but then it's also got some vibrant kind of fruits, more so than I was actually expecting. Yeah, there is that touch of malt, earthiness, but then there is also other aspects coming through, like maybe a bit of red currant, that kind of thing. Slightly sweet. There's definitely a balance between the malt and the hops on this one. It's very subtle, it's almost slightly delicate. ABV, you know, I do find in these styles of beers you pick up the ABV more than a lot of, say, the American type hop varieties. There's a bit more kind of that, I don't know, the maltiness, and the hops aren't quite up to the fruitiness and stuff. And so I think, I'm probably wrong of course, normally am, that allows a little bit more of that kind of ABV. It's like, for instance, like you get an English style IPA at 6%, and it's really boozy, and then you get a 9% ABV, say a double IPA with like American hop varieties and stuff, and you can't taste it at all. There's a lot of breweries now using American hops and other hops from various places, Australia, New Zealand, that sort of thing, and sometimes you just cannot tell that the ABV is what it is. Whereas I think with the English style hops, I think you can a little bit easier, but not on this one, 4%. Anyway, back to this. It's actually a very pleasant beer. I'm actually quite surprised. There is a little bit of citrusiness coming through. not a word, but you know what I mean. And yeah, it's going down really well. It's a beer that I would like to try again, for sure. They're just up the road, so they do. I think it's the Cliftonville Market, which is just to the east of Margate itself, on the north kind of Thanet coast, which is 5 miles from where I am. And they do like a monthly market. I think it's the last Sunday of the month. I don't think there's one in January, but yeah, going forward. So 11 months out of 12, the last Sunday of the month, they are up there, and they've got a stall apparently. And yeah, I'll be paying them a visit. And yeah, it's nice to try a new local brewery to me, and a beer. So in terms of a rating, then I think it's pleasant enough. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest with you. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's fair. So it's a 3.5 out of 5 on the Untapped scale. Over to Untapped then. Not many people have had this. I don't know how long this beer has actually been in production. So it's had a total of 95 ratings, coming in at 3.49. So there you go. 13 of my local friends have had this, or it's been checked in that many times, coming in at 3.23. It's not here nor there, but 95, so yeah, 7 out of 10. I think it's a really pleasant English style pale ale from the Northdown Brewery in Margate. So if you're ever local in the area, I don't think these guys ship out very far, and I think they've got a tap room as well now locally. So yeah, real kind of local beer, for local people type of beer. So anyway, do you get the reference? And yeah, so there you go, beer from Northdown Brewery and their Pale Ale Mary. Thanks for watching then, and I will see you on the next review. Cheers.